Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Adriene Broner.
Listen up.
This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, apparently Adriene Broner tried to slide in Bhad Baby's DMs. She's only 16 years old. She posted a screenshot of him saying, "Text me, crazy girl." Mm-hmm. And then she also put a video of Akon's locked up because obviously she's only 16 years old. Now, Adriene Broner, on his behalf, thought that she was grown the way she out here moving. That's what he said to the Shade Room. He said, "Nobody want to date a kid, but I fought Instagram for not having people's age on their profile."
Now, I'm not going to front. I had no idea how old she was, but I definitely didn't think she was 16. I thought she was older than 16, but I would have no idea. I feel like she was on Dr. Phil like mad years ago. I definitely thought she was older.
Catch me outside. All right. Madonna, in the meantime, was on vacation. Madonna's 61 years old, and her boyfriend is 25 years old. So she's been posting pictures of him on her social media. It's her backup dancer.
Now, is that right? Because if the tables were turned and it was a man dating a 25-year-old
They do it
woman
all
and
the
he was
time.
60, I mean, but people always have something to say. It seemed like they didn't have nothing to say with Madonna.
People have a lot to say, FYI. So
okay.
That's definitely not true. And I think it is even more acceptable, they feel like, when men do it. It's just regular. So Madonna's out here living her best life.
All right, Madonna.
All right, with her, and hey, they're all legal.
Okay,
so
they are
at
legal.
the end of the day, everybody is of age. You can't really say anything about that at all. Now let's talk about Surviving R. Kelly Part 2. I don't know. You didn't watch it, right, Envy?
I didn't watch it. They asked me to be on it several times to talk about R. Kelly and what's going on, but I declined. I didn't want to do it.
Why not?
I just want the bad juju, the bad energy on me.
Why is that bad juju?
Nah, we
Sticking
already
up for
seen the
these
first
women?
one. We already seen that. I don't want to even think about R. Kelly anymore. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but it's still an ongoing situation, and a lot of things have happened since the first documentary came out. I actually was supposed to host a screening when they did the first one.
I remember.
And then there was that gun threat, and somebody was actually there with a gun in that screening, and they ended it before they even started showing it, really. They started showing like the first minute.
There was somebody in there? They found somebody in there with a gun?
Apparently, there was somebody there.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's
and
scary.
actually, when you watch the documentary, they get more into that also. But some of the people that were on there was R. Kelly's brother, Kerry Kelly, talking about how basically R. Kelly wanted him to take the fall.
He was asking me, "Man, you need to say that was you on the tape with a minor." Purge myself in the court of law, and risk jail time for some stuff that didn't have anything to do with me. You need to say this and that and the other. I'll buy you a car. I'll give you a record deal and $50,000. I said, "Man, let me tell you something, man." I said, "You ain't got enough money for me to say that's me, because it ain't worth me selling my soul."
Imagine doing that for that. Come on now. I'm going to be the one to go to jail for you.
They say I'm on that. Yeah, you're dumb. But R. Kelly, he's not the brightest person.
Now,
as you
there
can
were
see.
people who defended him, like his former assistant, Lindsay Perriman Dunn.
When I began working at R. Kelly's home in Olympia Fields, there was this young girl playing in the backyard. Her family had a very close relationship with Robert. She would have been 14 or 15. There were times that this young girl slept over in the studio, but that wasn't alone. It was with a family member, and that's because her dad was there to play guitar at night on the songs. I never felt a need to report anything suspicious.
Now, she also is one of the ones that started the whole Unmute R. Kelly campaign. So she's still standing by him. Now, Damon Dash was on this one also, speaking about Aaliyah's relationship with R. Kelly.
Good soul, good girl, and wasn't even really so, resentful. Let that man live, but just keep him the away from me. That's all she wanted. She was just happy to be away. And, I know the whole story. You know what I'm saying? I know it was to cover up and all of that. But how did that cover it up? It just made the conversation less crazy. Like, he married a child. So that was a headline. That was like a rumor. That was something talked about like it was normal. It wasn't like ill disgusting. You married a 13-year-old. It was like, oh, you married Aaliyah? She's 13.
15.
Yeah, but the 15 is 13, man.
No, I just want to make sure you're...
15, 13, anything under 18 is disgusting.
All right. Now, in addition to all of this, they talk about a lot of NDAs that people had to sign. And there are two women who also spoke about breaking their NDAs, Lenita Carter and Johanna Pace. So they're on there as well. Also, R. Kelly's brothers say that R. Kelly had multiple sexual abusers as a child. And he also had
doesn't
admitted
matter.
to a pastor that he had a problem.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I mean, there's probably a reason of why you're abusing people, but the fact that these girls are 13, 14, and 15 years old being abused by an adult continuously, it's disgusting. He needs to stay in jail forever.
They talk about one of the predators. It was
I'll say allegedly, just in case.
An older man in his 60s. They said that was known around the neighborhood as Mr. Henry. And they said that actually Mr. Henry ended up getting a beat down from men in the neighborhood after they heard what he was doing to kids. And the kids, Bruce also said that Mr. Henry paid their mother $5,000 to not show up to his court date so he could escape those molestation charges, and she did take that money. So just a lot of more, information, a lot of things coming out in this Surviving R. Kelly Part 2.
Yeah, that's a big fear of mine, having 5 kids and them going to schools that somebody molests them and they're scared to tell, or they won't tell, or they don't know if they should tell, because you hear about it so much. So I try to keep that conversation and that line open with my kids, talk to them, converse with them every day about what's going on, just in case.
All right, and we didn't even get a chance to talk about the Golden Globes because now we're out of time. We've been on vacation for so long.
There's
we
a lot.
just have a lot of things to catch up on. Like Kevin Hart put out his series on Netflix while we were gone. That happened. I'm trying to think. I was watching this Messiah Netflix series also. I don't know if you saw that. Drake did the interview with Rap Radar. That was pretty big and still making headlines. So a lot of activity that I'm sure we'll end up talking about at some point.
Yeah, I seen Irishman. Irishman on Netflix was pretty good.
I
It
saw
was
that.
long.
So that was a long. Yeah, that was going
Like
to say
3
that's over
hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, I seen that.
But that means you had some time. All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.